Hello everyone and welcome back to ZooCrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in the temperate forest section of our Zoodesia Zoo, getting ready to plant the last of our maple syrup bearing maple trees. And I'm really excited about that because the more maple syrup we get, the more delicious pancakes and waffles we'll be able to create, and the more yummy snacks we'll basically have. And no, I still have not had any delicious pancakes or waffles covered in maple syrup. One of these days soon, I am going to have to go to my favorite vegan restaurant and actually have those, because every time we come back and it is time to plant more of these trees, I just have that craving for a delicious fresh waffle covered in maple syrup. Oh man, and if I had some strawberries to put on the side, that would be even better. Oh my goodness. And I cannot wait, you guys. Thank you so much for all of your applications to our 3 positions that we will actually be having show up in a few more days. I'm going to give it a few more days because people are still applying and I want it to be as fair as possible. But we have our maple syrup chef, who is there's definitely enough people who are applying for that position. So we have the maple syrup chef possibly going to come in. We have the dog trainer who's going to be coming in and having a spot to sell some easy peasy dog treats, hopefully temperate forest related. And that will help me out because feeding my puppies while we are walking around ZooCrafting, like walking around Zoodesia Zoo, that is kind of hard. In fact, I think I'm out of dog food right now. I am. Let me go ahead and eat this pizza. It is very, very cold, old pizza that E-Rose gave me for my birthday back in March about now, but it's pretty good. And we are out of dog food actually. So I'm very excited that we're going to have a dog treat salesperson pretty soon. And we have this Peafowl. We still don't have a good name for this Peafowl yet. So if you guys have a good name for this Prince of Peafowl, an albino Peafowl who happens to lay gold ingots, which is very useful by the way, then please feel free to leave some name suggestions because we definitely have to give him a name. I just don't know what to name him, and I don't know if we should let him wander the temperate forest. You know what? I know where I want to take him. Come here, buddy. I think that this beautiful Peafowl would probably be happiest hanging out and becoming the Elvin Gardner Ashland's new pet. So let's go take this little guy over to Elvin Gardner Ashland. I'm sure she will enjoy having a beautiful albino Peafowl. I mean, look at this. We have our gorgeous lily pad bridge, and then we've got Lily's little statue right over here. Lily, where are you? There you are, Lily girl. That is your statue right there. What do you think? Quite the likeness, don't you think? Yeah, who's a good girl, Lily? Oh, and do we have some stuff in here? Oh, I still have these things to put up in here. Okay, I'll work on that later. And then right over here, the beautiful Wisteria Cafe, which took forever to build. So, you know what? I think this is the perfect spot. Elvin Gardner Ashland, what do you think? Ooh, and there's a Goldien Finch over there. What the heck? I'll trade you birds. I'll trade you birds, Ashlyn. Here, have this Peafowl. Please be careful so that he doesn't drown. And I'm gonna go get that. Oh, and look at this giant, lovely lily pad. Oh dear. Okay, some of these you can walk on, and some of them you can't. But what are you doing over here, little Goldien Finch? How are you? What? Where are you trying to go? The little blue variety of Goldien Finch? Should I just let him go and pretend he's a bluebird here? Actually. Well, as long as you don't drown. Alright, maybe I'll just leave him be because he seems pretty happy here. So I'll leave that Goldien Finch like roaming the wilds, but that was kind of surprising. I hope they're not escaping out of my Australian aviary. That would not be so great. Alright, swim back across the way. And it looks like it's a match made in heaven. Elvin Gardner Ashland. That's a little bit of a mouthful. And our handsome Prince of Peafowl, our albino Peafowl, seems to be very happy together. So we'll leave them there. But Ashlyn, I've actually been thinking I need to decorate around our maple woods once I get it up and going. Also, Lily, don't starve while I'm talking with Ashlyn. But I need to decorate around the maple woods, and I'm not exactly sure how we should decorate. I want to do a mix of really great gardening, like all of these beautiful plants, and I also really need some ideas for like displays, maybe statues, or like, you know, something interactive so people can kind of feel like they're at a zoo having a good time. That little pinch of theme parkness that you kind of enjoy in a zoo, you know what I mean? Ooh guys, what about gigantic tree stumps? I have a whole bunch bunch of wood. We could make gigantic tree stumps that you could kind of like walk inside, and maybe we could have little signs that could tell you about what you might find in a tree stump in the forest. That would be cool. Yeah, we might make some gigantic tree stumps as sort of like that more theme park element that you have in zoos. So that would be kind of fun. A little pinch here, a sprinkle of magic powder there. Ooh, it looks like she's making something nice. And Ashlyn actually sells a whole bunch of the beautiful lily pads that you can find in our world. Tiny lily pads, small lily pads, medium lily pads, normal sized lily pads, huge lily pads, water lilies, huge water lilies, a whole bunch, like every color water lily. And if you bring her berry powder, which is one of the things she uses to fertilize all those lilies, then she gives you a good amount of money. But it looks like her Peafowl is getting along with her just fine. So you stay here, buddy. I'm sure that'll work out great. Let's go get some food. Oh, hey, Spruce. Looks like the zookeepers are taking care of our red wolves. And maybe I could get more of these tree trunks too. I'm gonna have to figure out like who can make them for me, but more of these divinsed tree trunks with some water and a lily pad in it, that would be a really lovely little decoration. That, you know what I mean by the slightly more theme parky element that you have in zoos that kind of make people feel like they're somewhere really special and not just national park. I want to add a few more of those things you might find, say, in Zoo Tycoon 2 and so on. So maybe we'll find a way to justify like having some of these really cool tree trunks. But anyway, let's get the dogs some food before they start starving on me. All right, what do our animal traps have? A whole bunch of chicken, which is a good thing because they tend to. Lily, here, hang on. You can have some of the pork. How about that? There you go. Fill yourself up. I feel kind of badly every time we empty the animal traps, but you know what? The animal traps, these guys, they had a fair chance, if you ask me. They had a fair chance. More fair than if I just like kept a bunch of chickens in a box and went after them. All right, let's put away all of the extra pieces. And let's see. So I'll keep the raw chicken with me, and then we'll put away the eggs, feathers, leather. I have a lot of leather. We're gonna have to remember that in case I need it in the future. And then while we're here, let's actually grab all of the composting material that we've been getting, because I need to grow some tree stumps. In fact, I need a lot more compost, because when you combine this special enriched soil and oak trees, you actually get these very special oak posts. And the oak posts make great decorations too, if I can find it. Hello, oak post. Oh, there they are. Here they are, down here, guys. Recognize them? We need this oak wood fence post, which means string. And to get the oak wood post, well, actually, there's a couple ways I can do it. Okay, never mind. I have an idea. I think if I take normal oak wood, I don't need the enriched soil because I forgot about this actually. If you take normal oak wood and an axe, I think it can't be an enchanted axe. It has to be like a normal axe. Do I have a normal axe? No, but I could possibly make one. This is getting a little bit complicated. All right, so let's try just making a normal axe. There we go. There we go. My enchanted axe is a little bit too powerful for this project. But if we combine those, it doesn't work. What the heck? Oh, wait, there it goes. Okay, finally. Did I just need to do it in that direction? Okay, so my enchanted axe did work. And ta-da! There's a whole bunch of oak wood posts. Nice. All right, I'll put this extra axe away, I suppose. Oh dear, I'm like out of room. Out of room for everything. There you go, extra axe. But yeah, all right, so that's how you make the oak wood post. And then I need some string. So let's grab the Spanish moss. We'll turn the Spanish moss into string. And now I just need to string, the Spanish moss string in between these oak wood posts, and boom, now we have oak wood fence post. Very nice, and I can use those for all sorts of projects. Let me go ahead and grab, what should I decorate with? Oh, let's actually grab some of these herb gardens. Those would be another good piece to decorate with. Or even making like little bone piles or setting up places where we could show off like hide that people could touch. I would really love if you guys can help me come up with some of those kinds of ideas to kind of decorate the zoo slightly more theme park-y. Not badly, just the kind that has, I kind of want to make the Disneyland of zoos. You know what I mean? That's kind of my goal. Interactive, immersive, the kind of thing you just want to bring the family back again and again at and possibly spend tons of money at so I can have enough to keep building my zoo. That's my goal. All right, Ash, you've been a good boy. come over here, get some food. Good job. Lily, there you go. You guys are just going through that food so fast. I can't wait until the dog trainer gets hired. And then let me go ahead and put these oak wood fence posts where I was thinking about chucking them right along here. Looks great. Nope, not there. There we go. It looks great. Oh, I love that. Let's see it from down here. Yeah, that looks good. That's kind of what I thought I wanted in this section. So it looks like it's holding the dirt back. There we go. And I think we'll do it too high for looks over here. Am I about to run out? Oh, the injustice of the world. Why? I don't want to have to go back over there. Do I have enough? I don't have any string, do I? This is why it's good to have a few spots where you're growing cotton, which can give you string, or you're growing the Spanish moss, which can give you string, just because. Oh, dear. All right, well, we'll focus on that later. I really need to finish planting these maple trees, and that's going to be a little tricky because we only have one spruce sapling left. So let me go ahead and put it down, and then bone meal it. Yay! Big, beautiful spruce tree! And tree capitator! Go forth, glorious grafter. All right. Yay, that's 5 spruce saplings. Very good, very good. Well, let's just try that again in the same spot. Round 2. Good job, Lily. This guy's looks almost as big as our redwood tree, which we need to go and visit soon. I can't wait. We've got so many trees to add in, so many NPCs. I'm feeling it. We may even see, to celebrate moving into the 5th year of doing zoo crafting, we may even see about doing daily in the future. We'll have to see. I'm feeling so much more comfortable because you guys are awesome and you have so many great ideas for how to keep growing our zoo. It's fantastic. All right, I think just a couple more. There we go. Whack, whack, whack. And I guess I could do something with all of this wood. I mean, we could leave like decorative logs around the place. Like I said, I need help coming up with ideas to make the Disneyland of zoos. That's what I want to build. Ooh, what do you think about having mascots? We have zookeepers, but what about having like people dressed up as a fox or a raccoon kind of roaming around the place, or like people dressed up as a bear? That would be kind of adorable. Maybe we should do that. Not something that I would really look out for, but I think that, you know, kids love seeing mascots. All right, and now we have our spruce saplings. There's a maple sapling. Good, I still have enough bone meal left over. That's a lot of spruce saplings. I don't think we need that many maple trees. All right, where's my maple? I know I have tons of maple syrup. Ooh, and let's put an artist conch down on something. I love these mushrooms. And I have the festive creeper. I totally forgot we caught a festive creeper over the summer. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do with him. Maybe take him back to our research center. All right, so maple syrup, spruce saplings, and let's do a few more. There we go. So 19 maple syrup trees, or maple, yeah. Well, maple trees that give you maple syrup. That should be plenty. All right, come on, Ash, come on, Lily. I'm gonna move you guys out of the way so I don't just like grow a gigantic maple tree in your face. There you go. Stay safe right here for a second. And let's put down some maple trees. So I think we'll do a decorative line of plants over there. So I think the furthest back I'd want my maple trees, probably, can you grow there? Or are you gonna, oh, you can grow there. Congratulations, little guy. All right, so we'll kind of do like a staggering line. So here's the path. It'll lead to this tree. And then hopefully to, how close can we grow them? They probably don't want to grow super close. I actually had the chance to go to a maple forest, a maple and beechwood forest at the Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan in May, and it was beautiful, but I was really stunned at how far apart the trees, the beech trees, grew. They were not very close to each other, and it was really interesting because it was almost like it was only beech trees. It doesn't seem like a lot of other trees really wanted to share or could share the same area. I'm gonna have to look that up because the way that forests grow, there's actually a lot of science behind it. Some trees will actually grow really, really, really quickly so that they can outcompete all the other trees who want to grow, who may grow slower. But we'll talk about that another day. It's kind of like the ecosystem of forest. If you're a tree, basically the goal is to get as much area around you as possible for a lot of species, because that means you're not competing with other trees for that precious sunlight. You want as much of that glorious golden sunlight as possible if you're a tree, because it means that you can turn it into energy. You can photosynthesize it by having more exposure for your leaves if you don't have any competition. oxygen and turn it into energy and grow bigger as a tree. So yeah, I really want to talk about like how forests grow and how forests are built. But I remember learning that when I was still in elementary school and we were talking about rainforest, because my teachers were really into rainforest. And they talked about how the big trees would take up a lot of room, and when they would fall, all that sunlight would let all the little trees start growing. Oh wow, look at all of the flowers, all of the leaves falling. It's very pretty. But when the big tree in a rainforest falls and opens up that spot where sunlight can hit the bottom of the rainforest floor, it's the trees that can grow the fastest that usually win. Because if you're a slow growing tree, then you don't get as much sunlight as the fast growing tree. So that's how I learned about that ages and ages ago. All right, well, I kind of like that little patch of grass. You can stay. Yeah, you've been given a reprieve. All right, let me go ahead. Can we grow? Oh my gosh, you can grow that guy. I guess that the maple doesn't really care. These guys don't mind if they're kind of like right up against one another. And that's kind of charming. So I'm going to go ahead and plant one more right there. Wow, look at this. And now you can just come into our cozy little maple forest. Isn't that awesome? Lily, Ash, this is awesome. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, maybe we'll have to rehabilitate some squirrels and set them loose as NPCs to roam around the area. This spot's kind of open. Maybe I should cover it up too. Well, you know, it just maybe one more. Can you really? Oh my goodness gracious. They really don't care. They really don't care if they're literally right on top of each other. All right, well, let's go ahead and put down some dirt because we need to make little paths. And I'm trying to think, how are we going to decorate our little maple forest that we have built? And I kind of like the little mushrooms that have come down, but I'm going to look up some pictures of what you could actually expect out of real maple forest where people gather maple syrup. Is it just going to be leaf litter? Because what happens when you have a forest canopy that is this crowded, like I was just saying, there's not a lot of sunlight that can hit the bottom. And so that means not a lot of other plants might get a chance to grow. It might be just these maple trees who have the benefit of reaching the sunlight who are going to grow the best. So maybe we won't have many other trees in here. All right, let's come over this way. There. All right, and then maybe this way. So we have a little, no, come back. Go down, dirt, you're being stubborn. All right, little zigzag path. And then let's see, there's my chisel. I want to get this path done, and then we'll have to figure out how to... Am I using reinforced cobblestone dirt? I am! Yay, I remembered my dirt. Maybe we'll have to have like a dirt section, like if we can recreate a mesa biome and have like a little dirt section in our zoo. That would be kind of fun too. Oh, and maybe if we follow like the theme parky ideas, we could have like a day in the life of a jackrabbit or something like that. And it could be like an interactive walkthrough where you start inside of your den and then you have to run at one point to get away from the like people dressed up as coyotes or something, and where you go for food and how much food you collect. You might get a little prize if you collect enough food. That might be kind of fun. We'll figure it out. Hey, would you go down, dirt block? Don't be stubborn. You're just dirt. All right, there we go. There's some there. Or maybe podzol is like the thing I would expect to find in a forest like this. I'm gonna have to look it up. All right, so we're gonna figure out what to put in the bottom of a maple forest, and then this is a nice educational section, so I feel like you need to pop out and you need to see something interesting. So maybe like a whole bunch of really nice little spots, maybe something to grab a refreshing drink or two, and then tons of birds flying all over the place. So we need to put in some bird feeders over here so you can have tons of birds to look at, because this is a zoo and people can only stare at trees. True facts. They will only stare at trees for so long before they decide it wasn't worth their money's worth. Some people just don't appreciate trees enough. I'm telling you what. All right, so let's see. We've got some carpenter's wedges, and ta-da! You pop out the other side of our lovely little maple forest. And now we will forever and ever and ever be able to have a fantastic spot to have as absolutely much, and we'll just kind of, there we go, solidify the forest a little bit. Oh, that looks so nice. But now you have a absolutely fantastic spot to be able to come over and grab as much maple syrup as your heart could possibly want. In fact, probably more than is good for your heart, if I am completely honest. Probably shouldn't have this much maple syrup, but that's a-okay. One day we will have someone that we can actually trade all of this away to and get a whole bunch of money from it. So I'm pretty happy with this. I just have to look up, we might leave it kind of plain like this with just a few patches of leaf litter around the place. All right, and then what to do back here? What to do? I was thinking of putting these herb gardens as like decorations back here, but I don't know now. I feel like if there's not a lot of sunlight, maybe something that is a little bit more stubborn, like some of the evergreen bushes. Do I have any? There's an ear. Ew! Severed ear. I'm looking for evergreen trees. I know that's a little more exciting for people who are like, ah, Seri, so many plants, but honestly, that just jumps off the deep end. Like, you know, like pine sort of bushy things. That's what I'm looking for. Like plant mega pack, which is so much fun. And then what kind of things? We might go and like poke, like this stuff, the cedars. That's what I was thinking about. Where the heck am I going to find it? Well, we know where to find boxwood. I really want to put some cedars in here, though. Why do I have to be so picky? Or maybe just some bushes. So we might just grab some boxwood and shove it down over here because I think that would look really good along here. And we actually have somebody who is skilled enough to give us boxwood in this world, which is such a miracle. Adelaide! Adelaide, let me get you more plants, and will you please give me more boxwood? And I still need to fix my Zookeeper EXP texture. I'm sorry, Adelaide. So we may help Adelaide out again, and we'll try to bring her something that's worth a lot. Like maybe we'll make a whole bunch of shears for her, get tons of boxwood bushes, and then we'll be able to finish off setting up our little maplewood forest. That wasn't so hard. That wasn't so hard, you see? That wasn't so bad. And now we can do something fun, like make a big area full of bird feeders, or possibly even add in something really exciting. Like I was thinking over here, we might come over and we might make a fox exhibit. What do you guys think about that? Maybe have a nice little red fox exhibit. I think that would be very exciting, and that would definitely get, oh, there's another bluebird. That would definitely get the attention of quite a few of you. So I think that would be really fun. We'll put in like a fox exhibit over here. We still need to rescue some squirrels and probably just let the squirrels roam free, not in the fox exhibit, but within our maplewood forest. And I need to tell you guys that fun story about red squirrels and maple trees. It's a little Native American myth that I learned, so that would be really fun. But all right, good day's work, Lily and Ash, and so soon we will have some fantastic NPCs roaming in this woods and hopefully being able to teach us more about maple trees and also giving me Zookeeper experience points so that we can build things faster in our zoo. But I'm pretty happy with that, guys. Nice little forest to get us started. Whew. And then next time, I think we're going to work on actually making the spot. Wow, this is really pretty, by the way. But making just the decorative touches, the edges, the details of this section, and maybe a few more thematic things, like being able to build a gigantic little tree trunk for people to go ahead and just walk around in just for fun, or maybe even a big tree log. That might be kind of fun. Ooh, or some kind of really beautiful transition up to the Gray Wolf Lodge. That might be exciting too. So let me know what your guys' ideas are, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!